you. And this map might look a little weird for you because it's this map. So we got countries like Lithuania, Muscovy, England, Scotland. Sorry, we still got France. We got Burgundy. Okay, I'm not gonna ask. The Aragon Empire, and then we got the Ottomans, as well as Wallachia. And Wallachia is where we begin this. Now, they had this leader that a lot of people know of to this day, and his name was Vlad Dracula, or Vlad the Impaler. Now, we're gonna say something happened, and he somehow found, I guess, an old church where he then became Vlad Dracula. So today is kind of like a Wallachian empire of sorts, you could say. Anyways, let's dive into this scenario. Now, with some vampires, Wallachia declares war on the Ottoman Empire, which I think included. Oh wait, I didn't color in. Never mind. We're just gonna pretend that the Athenians don't exist. And yeah, so the Wallachians start their push into the Ottoman Empire, and they do amazingly. They attack and attack and attack and take on so many things. The entire world is dumbfounded by how quickly they're taking out the Ottoman Empire. Nobody knows how. They quickly cut off this entire European portion of the Ottoman Empire and start closing in on it. And everybody else in the world is like, what is happening? What? Because they don't know that it's being led by Dracula, the real vampire now. And he has a bunch of forces that are practically unkillable. And so the Ottoman soldiers will fight them, but they can't win. And then the Ottomans slowly lose all of their European lands. Slowly, but steadily and painfully. Then many landings are made, and they encircle, taking many major coastal Ottoman cities, going in, cutting off this entire area, and then fighting back. And then they might fight back, but they have not realized the vampire's weakness yet, so they are destined to lose, and the Ottoman Empire falls in a matter of weeks. In this peace treaty, we see some things happening, like the entire Turkish Empire being utterly dissolved, many Greek areas getting independence, including Greece, Sparta's independence, a Bulgarian state, a Macedonian state, even though these are the exact same. They don't care because they're dividing it because they're vampires, as well as a Serb state, I guess Bosnian state, and I guess a Croat state, but that's more Bosnian areas, so they don't really care, is what I'm saying. So where does an empire like this go? Well, they want all of Transylvania back. So they push in, and with legions that are literally vampires, this doesn't take very long. They continue to push in into I think this is Hungary. Yeah, this would be Hungary. They push further into Hungary until they capture their capital. I believe Budapest was still the capital. I'm not sure. I'm not really good with this point history. But they keep pushing in, take Vienna. And this is where this war is going to quickly end. Hungary is spared from full annihilation by them, but sadly they lose all of Transylvania plus more, the creation of a separate Austrian state, which would probably, I don't know, Austria technically already exists because they're in the Holy Roman Empire, but even the Austrian lands held by Hungary, those are independent now, as well as this little area in the Slavic regions. Most of the Slavic region were controlled by the Ottoman Empire, and now are controlled by this right here. This is about to start to pile. I think Dracula's coming for me, guys. I think he's coming. I promise. I'll give you a good empire. Yeah, the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. Yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, they annexed their friend of Moldavia to form just Romania. They declare on the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. All right. They push in, and the Polish-Lithuanians. Is it just Poland? Yeah, no, it's Poland-Lithuania. Okay, I got it right. They push in, but sadly, there's not much they can do because they can't beat vampires. So they push, make a gigantic spearhead, just pushing up, and they will separate the country in two, taking out these Baltic bits up here. It's very, very easy. They continue to take out all of the Lithuanian areas and push in. Near the border of Livonia, no, the Teutonic Knights. And they continue to push in. Now, this entire area is just going to go ahead and surrender because you can't beat vampires. And this area just didn't want to be there. And the rest is just Poland, so that gets absolutely obliterated, yeah. Until it surrenders because you can't beat vampires. Lithuania was sadly not spared from this, and they annexed so much of it. Now Europe is getting really scared. So they just go ahead and a bunch of countries start banding together. Even Poland, even though that was their person. Holy Roman Empire, and this place, the Teutonic Knights, and Ukraine. I'm pretty sure they own Crimea. No, they did not. Genoa owns that, all the way down here. All right, and now the war can commence. And let me just spare you the details. All right, for one of these places, they're not going to last very much longer. And sadly, this place is gone. And Poland's gone because it was not strong. Sadly for the Bohemians, they're not going to last much longer either. So yeah, it wasn't even close. Roman Empire. Yeah, no, the Bohemians are just Bohemia. They lost all Moravia and all of their Silesian territories. This part is still part of the Holy Roman Empire, but it's a bit disconnected, so I'll just go ahead and do that. They took a lot of things. They gave most of the Teutonic Knights to, Lithuania, and they took a lot of that too. They have all of Poland, and this is where we see things kind of ending, because now Dracula owns the world. The world is at his mercy. It's at his fingertips. So I know this was short, but let's end this with one final hurrah. All of these nations declare war on one nation, but even their puppets, because vampires aren't fun, are they? Well, you gotta give them credit. Did catch them by surprise. So, one division goes in. From this side, goes in very far. There's almost like no one is defending it. All the way around, cutting this area off. But then, it happens in one fell swoop. And all of Hungary is gone. And then it happens with the Balkans. They push into Bulgaria. No more Bulgaria. They push into Serbia. All of their puppets, who were very weak. So now all their puppets are gone. And that Lithuania too. Some of these nations are having second thoughts. And some of them are getting plowed straight through. Sadly for the world, they just can't figure out how to beat these vampires. They haven't tried stakes. They haven't tried fire. Because it was already too late. Poor Brandenburg. Bohemia. All lands retooken just like that. Nations knocked out at once. Several nations considering what they're doing, changing sides. The last one is the HRE, and the age slowly fades on the Europeans and brings a new one for the vampires. Super states like Poland, Lithuania, the HRE, strong empires beyond everything are gone, and there's nothing they can do. Because the age has set on the Europeans. They will never conquer. They will never colonize behind what they've already done at this point, which I don't think is anything. They'll never do any of that. They'll never set the stage. The only one setting the stage is the vampires, and anyone who does not comply will be submitted to his will. The English, the French, the Burgundians, the Castilians, the Aragonese, they can't compete. And this is where our story ends. With vampiric domination, there's nothing left for the Europeans.